Hey guys, Tony Galley here of the Soul Train and SGC Couture Fashion. Uh, First of all, thank you, each and every one of you that stopped through last night during my live, whether you stayed for a short time, a long time, or a good time. I appreciate you being there and being supportive of my craft. Um, so I wanted to go over what I created. Okay, and one thing about me is I will never take full credit, if full credit is not due to me. I will give credit in the portions where it belongs. Okay, so here is the piece that uh, I've made thus far. I still got a couple more steps to do before it's complete. Um, So, my concept in my mind, which I utilized AI in order to draft what I could see in my mind. And by using an AI tool, all I did was I kept typing in what I wanted. Um, and then as it became more and more and more realistic to the image that I could see on the screen, then I began to search in my mind what patterns could I use that already exist, because I'm not a pattern maker or pattern drafter. I use patterns, whether they be commercial or indie. So I said to myself, what patterns can I use in order to accomplish my goal? Somewhere in this video, I'm gonna pop in my my concept before it got to this point, meaning the AI drafted one that I kept just feeding information until I got to where I wanted to be. Okay, so let me explain here. The sleeves, I did do the work on those. I simply slashed and spreaded the original sleeve pattern that comes with mccalls 8366. I used this pattern, but I just made the sleeves voluminous, and I lengthened the cuff that originally comes with this pattern. I also narrowed it where it would fit my wrist really nicely. The bodice also comes from this pattern. It is view A, which is right here. That is this bodice, okay? I still have the collar to put on. I still have to install the zipper, and I still have to hem it, and then this will be complete. As for the pants, they are a pair of yoga pants, flared at the bottom, that I got off of Etsy. It's called the flare pants or something like that. Very flexy flare. So these are high-waisted yoga pants, crisscross in the front, as you can see right there. So I like that. I like that the pants and the jacket will overlap each other, where I don't really have any midriff, and if I do, it won't be very much at all. Okay? All I have to do with these is to hem them. Now, what textile did I use? This is a knit corduroy. I've never seen knit corduroy until most recently. And no gatekeeping over here. I found it at Hobby Lobby during the sale. And they had three colors. They had black, this olive green, and a red. I got this olive green, I got the red, and the next sale I'm gonna go back and get black, and I'm gonna make something with the black. This fabric is very easy to work with. However, if you choose to make you something out of this knit corduroy, you will have to cut the pieces out individually. Okay, you cannot lay the fabric down, fold it in half, and cut both pieces at one time. What you're gonna wind up with, because this is a pile fabric, just like velvet or crushed velvet. It's a pile. So what happens is when you try to fold it in half and cut it, one side will look lighter than the other side, or one side, when you brush the pile, it'll look darker, and then you run your hand down the other side, it'll look lighter. So that's why if you do a project, I would strongly suggest let the project be 3 to 5 pieces if you're a beginner, maximum, because otherwise you might not never finish that project. This project, this top alone was about 11 pieces, but I had the patience to cut each piece individually, one at a time. And some of the wonderful people that came on my live actually watched me cut each individual piece, and they were asking me, Stony, why is it that you're cutting one piece at a time? I cut one piece at a time so that all of it would be the same color, and one wouldn't be darker and one wouldn't be lighter. So there you have it. I used a stretch needle, a 70-10 stretch needle. I used Strange a part at a time with a walking foot on her, and I used Jackie a part of the time for some of the straight stitching. For all of the serging, I used Janet, which is Jackie's sister. Now you might be saying, oh, this woman is lunatic, she's out of her mind. Yes, I do name all of my equipment because they deserve that. The only thing that's really not named in here is the iron. And I don't know why she not named, because she do a lot of work too, but that's neither here nor there. But I did want to present this guy to you. I wanted to give credit where credit is due. This pattern here, it doesn't say on it who the designer of the pattern is. It's, from what I can see, just a McCall pattern. Now, if you are at all interested in this pattern, I'm pretty sure you can find this one at your Hobby Lobby for now. Okay, I would grab 2 of them. Grab one to hack and make it your own, and grab one to keep it in its original state. When I do go back by Hobby Lobby, I will be looking to see if I can find another copy of this, because I did hack this one, just the sleeve of it, and I just want to have one in its original state. Again, thank you so much for being a supportive person to me, supporting my craft, you know, picking up some tips and tricks that otherwise you may not have known about. I can tell you I love sewing with commercial patterns, because the commercial patterns in and of itself, you sew enough of them, you have gone through 1 or 2 of the sewing reference books, because you're going to execute a different technique almost every time you sew. If you sew as many patterns as you possibly can with the time you have available to you, you will always execute a new technique, and you will find yourself adding to your repertoire of tools. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, follow me, and share. See you soon.